Hello, everyone. Welcome to the See Joy and Expand podcast. I'm Christian Joy, and on another pod walk. So, I promised you guys a part 2 with John. The last episode was part 1, and we're in that post Mercury retrograde shadow period. And even one of my friends who owns a podcast, was having tech issues. I'm having tech issues. The episode is lost in the cloud ethers for now. There's a team working on it to retrieve it. So, if it's meant to be, it'll come back so the world can have it and digest that energy we were in back in December. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. I already have a plan for it if it does come back. So it was just really funny how that, because I was doing everything I can to get it back. And then I was like, maybe I could have just tapped into my inner knowing, and maybe I would haven't spent that much time trying to get it back. But finally I was just like, okay, I get it. I'm not meant to have this episode, and maybe we'll never. And I'm not gonna freak out about it or anything. I reached out to John, and we're gonna record a different episode, different part 2, and this episode will be all about human design and whatever we want to talk about, because that's how I love to have conversation on this podcast, is have an intention for it and let whatever we're inspired to talk about that day and the energies we are in to come through us, because that's how life is. Every day is different. We connect with different people, and we're feeling certain ways, and I love honoring and respecting the energy that I'm in. So we have this episode might come out. Instead of sitting on it, I'll post it right away. I usually sit on these for a while, my interviews, before I put it out. Maybe this is a sign to maybe record and just publish right away. Who knows? So I am on the pod walk, and as usual, I'm in my thoughts and thinking all the things, and usually I'm inspired by my real life conversations with people that I know, that I network, that I connect with. And this morning, I want to riff on knowledge. We're in this, collectively, we've been in this age, especially with the advancements of technology and the internet. And we all had a hard-on for knowledge. We needed to know everything. And now I'm just over it. We know too much. And where's the mystery in life? Before, we didn't have access to the internet, and there was a lot more mystery, a lot more open to exploration. Now it's I need to know before X, Y, and Z. And we're not any less fearful or anxious for it. So, and that was back in the day. I don't know what's the age of everybody who listens to this episode, but it's crazy to think and know and witness in the collective that the more that we know, the more it's just making us batshit crazy. Our mental health is in the toilet, and all the things. Nervous systems are awry. You all know what I'm talking about. If you guys have been paying attention to what's going around in the world around you and in the world. And lately I've just been on this kick where I'm over it. I love knowledge, I love learning, and I'm on this stint where I want to start learning again, like take courses and stuff. I got this brilliant idea to take all the courses that I bought over the past years that I've never finished or not even, like, didn't even start, and like create my own little online self-paced spiritual university experience. And a lot of the courses are spirituality themed, and some of them are not. I have a business and a copy course that has just been sitting there waiting for me to take advantage of it. And I also have this great Tantra course that it's really fun because it feels aligned to revisit that one, because I found a classmate to go through the program with together, and she's from a different cohort. So I'm so excited to revisit that. So that's definitely on my curriculum for the coming months, and I probably might do one of the business ones, and then definitely human design, because I've been on that one. All this to say, knowledge is not bad, but and especially it's like the old adage, everything in moderation. It's just, I'm over it needing to know every single thing of my day to even take action. So even like channeled messages, I'm over it. I'm like, whatever, another channeled message. Unless I really, really wanted to understand the energy of what I'm in. And you guys know I'm into astrology. So there are like certain content creators that I like to listen to that I vibe with. It's very, very essential part of the journey's learning. Who do you vibe with when it comes to learning new things, learning new modalities, learning new things so you can see the world in a different perspective? Whose energy do you vibe with? And then just try them out for a while and see. And if they don't vibe with you anymore, there's like no right or wrong. It just is what it is. Your energy is asking for something different. So allow your energy to be drawn to whoever you're meant to engage with. So it's funny, like how I keep saying, I'm sick of knowledge, but I'm learning. It's a both and scenario. There is some pieces of knowledge that I'm like totally ready for, and knowing the difference, it's just not knowledge all the time. So me now, having this awareness of myself, feeling that sensation in the body that I'm not interested in this piece of knowledge or channeling or whatever, is moving forward. I'm more interested in, well, knowledge is nothing without action. We've all become stepped into a world where we're just a bunch of smart, anxious people. And it's not really moving the needle on the world, is it? I feel like a lot of people feel stuck. A lot of people feel trapped in their circumstance because they know all the systems that made this possible, the patriarchy, yada, 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 and I'm from this racial background, I'm disadvantaged, and all those things. Or you could be that person who had all the advantages and still have some kind of reasons why you are the way you are still, even though you have all the resources. That's a thing too. So what do we do with knowledge? How do we want to move forward? We take action. we take action in the present moment, that's where we create change. And what changes are we looking for? Well, based on our shitty experiences, that's a clue. I can tell you that from personal experience. I just knew I didn't want to feel this way anymore. So what do I want to feel? What do I want to feel instead? What do I want to feel instead? For me, it has been joy and peace. It's very individual for each person what that word is. What is that word for you? What word do you want to feel instead of what you've been feeling all along? And stress is very much a word that everybody's been feeling for a while. Identify that stress. What kind of stress is it? Is it fear, anxiety? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Or if you don't have a word for it, just know that you are stressed. Just to know that you are stressed is enough. To know that what you've been doing all along is not working. What you've been doing all along is not working. If you've been stressed out for an extended period of time. So take a deep breath with me. Breathe in, because we're not going to sit in those feelings. We've sat in those feelings for way longer than their expiration dates. So breathe in with me. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let out a sigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let out a sigh if you want to. No pressure. If you're alone and if it feels weird for you and you're alone, let it out. Or find a private place where you can let it out. I know I felt this way in the beginning when I was learning breathwork. Breathing with a sound, exhaling like a human made me feel really weird. And I look back at it, I was so silly. But that was the truth of how I felt then. It's a real ass feeling. So just know I see you. I see you, person on the other side. My lovely listener who is afraid to exhale loudly in front of people. I've done it before. I'm not laughing at you. I'm giggling because I'm giggling at myself. Because I've been there before. And we can just start right there. Notice how your body feels after you take those few breaths. Take more if you need to while you listen to me. Notice your shoulders falling down. Notice your energy relax with each breath you take. And do it on a walk. I'm walking right now and I did it with you guys. The combo is so elite. So good. I love it. If you're not onto it, get onto it yesterday. No pressure. Oh, man. I love you guys. So, knowledge without action makes us stuck people. So, when we consider our actions moving forward, what do we want to feel instead? What do we want to feel instead? And while you dwell on that, breathe into your stomach and let a word float into your mind. It could be any word. It's your word. There's no right or wrong word. It's your word. Let it come to you. And you could even have more than one word. It could be satisfaction. It could be success. It could be kindness. It could be levity. It could be alignment, awareness. It doesn't have to be a feeling. Awareness and alignment are really interesting words to use. Maybe when you listen to me say it, any of those words, excuse me, inspired a little feeling inside of you. Maybe you had a feeling like, inside of your body about that word, or like it felt right somehow. You don't need words to explain why it felt right. Use that word to inspire your actions moving forward. So in the energy of this word, breathe in. And ask your guidances, what can I do or act on or take action based on this word today, right now, this moment, or today. For me, my guides are like, you're doing it right now. You're walking. I'm listening to the birds chirping. I'm talking to you guys and not needing my podcast episodes to look perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, by the way. In my world, it isn't. So welcome to my world. You are allowed to be who you are. Come as you are. Earlier, I was doing the same exercise, and I wanted to learn to, what did I ask? I asked being more in the energy of love, I believe. I think that was the word I used. And and someone who is a breathwork facilitator, and FYI, I am a Mani-Gen. I go all over the place. My interests, my energy pulls me in a million different directions. So I take breaks in my interests. And sometimes I myself forget to breathe. And I'm only human. I'm not that person who will tell you, keep showing up every day consistently the same way at this time of the day. My human design supports that I am not a regimented, scheduled person. Thank fucking God. Because every time I tried, I wanted to crawl out of my skin. It doesn't resonate with me. But it's really interesting to know that my mind thinks in systems. The beauties of human design. I'm excited to dive in that and share it all with you whenever our second episode comes out with John. Anywho, when we take action in a different energy that we want instead, we move in that energy day to day, and we take different actions. When we keep choosing the actions based on all those words, fear, shame, guilt, etc., those words, we only keep manifesting or perpetuating the reality out of those feelings. Have you ever been that anxious person, like in therapy, and when they're like, oh, you're like, they observe you being overly anxious? I don't know. I've only been to a therapist twice in my life. So, but this is what I hear from other people. And they tell you, can you feel 3 different sensations, like as a tool, 3 different sensations when you're having a moment of anxiety? Can you notice how your shirt feels? Can you notice how the blanket feels on your bed? The purpose of that is to divert your attention from anxiety to the present moment and coming back into your body, but not through anxiety, the lens of anxiety. When you focus on an energy too intensely, especially with those types of energies of fear, shame, guilt, etc., it only grows bigger. What you focus on grows bigger. So, what the nice thing about that is, if we focus on feelings of love, joy, gratitude, and X, Y, and Z, those get bigger instead. So what do you want to feel? What do you want to intend to feel moving forward? What do you want to intend to take action on or through? With what energy? And just see what happens in your day. And start, I would say start in the morning, but somebody said something very powerful the other day, and they said, for some people, your morning routine starts from the night before. Setting up your morning for success. So whatever that looks like, maybe you have your journal already ready for you when you wake up next to your bed. Because when you're in that sleepy state, you're still in a very subconscious mode. I mean, technically we are always operating out of our subconscious, but we tend to do whatever we do without thinking about it in the morning. So we usually do the same routine in the morning. So what if we set ourselves up the night before, journals, glass of water, our pens, a little note, a post-it note on your wall, on your bedside table, or on the wall, so you can remember, this is what I need to do right in the morning. First thing in the morning, sorry. And set your intention for how you want your day to be. And this only takes 5 minutes. So if you don't have 5 minutes, just set your clock back 5 minutes. And that's it. Our minds tend to make new actions bigger and more challenging than it really is. Just that's just how our minds are. That's how our nervous system works. No shame about it. And in the morning, just imagine real quick what that word that you came up with earlier when you were breathing with me. And breathe in that word. Breathe in. Feel that word just like a white light or an energy just filling through your body. Fill from your head to your fingertips, down to your toes, all the way down, real quick. Doesn't have to be slow or an hour-long process. Especially when you use the breath, it helps your nervous system feel like, oh, I am really inserting joy into my body when you breathe. And breathe joy all the way down to your toes, if joy is your word. And intend for your day to be acted upon and moved with the energy of joy. And maybe a little inspiration of action will come through, or not. But setting the intention first thing in the morning when you wake up, starts you right off in that energy. Historically, a lot of us, our brains go straight to the to-do list. All you have to do is take 5 minutes to reset the energy of the day you want to step into. And you can start any day of the week. Start tomorrow. Set up your space tonight right before your bed during your bedtime routine when you probably are scrolling. Doing our 2-hour evening scroll. No shade, I do it too sometimes. There is time there. If you can scroll for 2 hours, you have 5 minutes right before you go to bed to put a notepad next to your bedside table, to put a pen there and write a little note to self. I'm setting my intention. Don't forget to set your intention this morning. Or I wouldn't say don't forget. It gives a sense of urgency when you wake up. Say, just write your mantra for the morning. And then you'll put it in a place where you'll see it first thing. And go from there. And just play with it. Lend it the energy of curiosity and openness. Like, what would happen? What would happen if I did this little 5-minute routine to start my day? And don't just do it once. No pressure. Do it more than once. You don't have to do it every day. Do it when you feel called. I'm very much an honor of free will and choices. Do it when it feels good to you. But please start. You'll know when to start if starting today isn't the day to start. And if starting doesn't feel good for you today, maybe intending to start. I'll intend to start this week and go from there. And other people I'm like hearing these thoughts in my head, and I'm like, other people are like, why do you need to intend to start? You know, some people's nervous systems are so like wackadoodle that they need that little baby step to get to the start. It takes me a while. It's historically has taken me a long time to start things. And just, that's where you are. And that's okay. That's A-okay. You're here on purpose and for a reason in this moment. So, starting today is not your answer. What is the step before starting? Intending to start. Well, anywho, I love you guys. Leave me a message, a comment, a review on Spotify, and on Substack. These podcasts are posted on my Substack as well. So there's different ways to reach me. And I have Blue Sky and TikTok, so you can message me there too, or my email. Otherwise, I have a couple things going on. If you guys are interested, if nobody has their birth times, I do intuitive birth time readings. If you guys want to check that out on my Substack website, I have an offerings page over there. If you guys are interested in quantum hypnosis, you can check out all the deets on quantum hypnosis. Message me about it if you have questions. You can do a free connection call with me so you can learn more about quantum hypnosis. But I do have content on it if you want to learn about it on your own time. Some people get nervous about meeting new people, and I totally get it. And if you are not ready to have that experience, I do have quantum hypnosis sessions with past clients. I'm building up a collection on Substack that you can listen to, so you can get an idea of what the experience is like. And it will be it'll be different for everybody. But it's nice to know, give your brain, your mind, your nervous system a representation of what this looks like before you move forward. I'm very much like, honor your body. If you feel anxious about it, don't do it. But I have all these other things in place for you guys. If you are curious and anxious, you have routes to explore first before working with me. If you want to work with me. If you don't want to work with me, I actually know a lot of people you can work with. So I'm not attached to selling to you. I'm here to be a guide. Just a guide on your path. I'm only one person on your path. And I want to honor that. So, anywho, you guys have a lovely day. Enjoy the outside if it's not snowing where you are. If you like the outside even though it's snowing, I love that for you. I love it too. Otherwise, in other parts of the world, I hear birds chirping outside. It was raining like crazy yesterday, so I didn't get my walk in. So, anywho, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.